Hello, this is George Senda, the official, the real, the authentic, the original, the one, the only, the guy from Pittsburgh. Kathy just left. I didn't take my stroller with me. Big mistake. Stuff was too heavy to carry. We went to the credit union. The teller started arguing with me when I told him my debit card didn't work last week when I went to Safeway and I couldn't buy any food, and I was really upset about it. So I got another employee. She fixed the problem. This guy kept interrupting. I didn't like it. I said, I'll never deal with you again. Can't stand rude customer service people and stupid customers. They kept talking. Customer service people kept talking over me. Kathy, we and I went to Nations. She got a bacon cheeseburger. I got a BLT. They made the bacon like incinerated. It was not. It was edible, but it was barely. It all the juices out of it. And it was like somebody sucked all the life out of it. I had some French fries and an iced tea. Then we went to Safeway. She got milk. I got a bunch of stuff, which I'll show you in a minute. It's very warm today. Not much wind. And the bag was too heavy to carry, so she had to come here, and then she knocked over my ice water. Tomorrow I'll be going to Walnut Creek, take money out of Capital One, pay the other Capital One, pay Capital One, come back, pay CITIBANK, then go to her house. The new modem from AT&T came. They gave her the wrong modem. We stopped at Verizon. They had an ad appear on my MacBook or my iPhone saying $35 a month internet for Verizon. If you sign up, you got $35 a month for 3 years with no raise in price. And they give you a free 43-inch 4K Samsung TVs. Went in there. Woman says, I'll be with you in a moment. About 20 minutes went by. I said, Miss, can you take care of us, please? Oh, I'm not on the clock right now. She's schmoothing with another employee. So this guy got done with this woman who bought about 9 iPhones. Must be nice to be rich. And then another woman came in. Then I finally said, can someone please help me? And he said, he takes this thing. It's a platform. It has a screen on it. Type in your zip code. Well, they don't go to Kathy's house in Pittsburgh. So that kind of sucks. So it's 70 degrees right now, 48 tonight. Very clear, very sunny, very warm. So let's get what I got. Tomorrow will be 80. It's going to be even hotter. Okay, computer, stop. All right, we got some cherry turnovers. Mama Cat just ran out to eat. I said kitten cat, and then Mama Cat ran back under the TV table. One day I might actually have a cat I can pet and love and hold and hug. Got cups and orange juice. I have spaghetti and meatball. These were, you had to buy 5 to get the discount at $1.99. I got Meat Lovers lasagna. This is live. I got bell pepper with meat, stuffed pepper. Kathy loves these things. I haven't had one for a long time. They're normally like $6. They dropped the price. My Hillshire Farm smoked sausage from $7.99 to $5.99. Still not a bargain. All right, more Meat Lovers lasagna and another bell pepper. And okay, we have something else in here. Attacking my finger. We have Red Baron French bread, supreme pizza with bell pepper and sausage and pepperoni and God knows what else. My finger is healing, but it still hurts because I was throwing, my bathtub stopped up. I was throwing dry detergent down. It turns out I'm allergic to all dry detergent. I was itching like crazy. The skin broke open. So we have another French bread pizza. Got the last combination. So there's that. My back was killing me all weekend. My shoulders still hurt, but not as bad as it did. And then we have more stuff. We have a bottle of peach Snapple. Put that in the ice box because the ice maker doesn't work anymore. It cannot make ice. And we have half of a cherry pie. And Oh yeah, and some chicken franks, and my phone in here somewhere. Paid $51 to CITIBANk, slowly paying that card down. I'm slowly paying the $300 Capital One card down. And 3 cans of Fancy Feast with tuna and cheese for the cats. We had a coupon, buy one, get one free at Nations. Kathy also got lemon meringue pie. And I got Reese's peanut butter cups in with white chocolate, which Kathy ate. She gave 3 to the bus driver. He thanked me. We've gotten to be friends over the months. And then we have the 3 Fancy Feasts. I ordered more Friskies indoor with garden greens for cats. They love it. So I'm gonna move. Excuse me. My sandwich is attacking me. I'm going to go put this in the icebox, the refrigerator, whatever you want to call it. I'll be right back. And by the way, I have a new thing here. We have channel numbers, ding, 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 1,455,197 views, 18,101 subscribers. Thank you, new subscribers. So I am getting there, another 1,000. On the way to 2 million, slowly but surely. So now we're not showing the live. Very strange. Don't know why it doesn't show live in here. So I'll have to go to maybe Safari. Let's try it in Safari. I don't want to lose that. I was watching Midway on YouTube. Showed Kathy the Superman trailer. I had Midway, I think, on Blu-ray, but I'm not certain. 460 subscribers, heck, more in the last 28 days. Okay, now, analytics, content, yes, okay. Videos, live. There we go. I'll be very gratified if I get to 2 million people watching my videos. That would be so cool. Okay, or 2 million views. Alright. Mama Cat is still doing the beep 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 backwards when I try to pet her and she hides under the TV table. Kitten comes out. Kitten today, though, I went to put her food down. So Kitten Cat, come on out. She's on the second to the last bookshelf. And she leaped off the bookshelf like she was George Reeves in Superman. It's very funny. Leap! So now I know where she's hiding. She doesn't always on the floor. She likes sitting on that bookshelf. I don't know why. But I'm hoping both these cats will become babies. I'm going to go tomorrow to Kathy's. Then we're going to Walmart to get cleaning supplies. I will help clean her apartment. And then next week she will come over and help me clean this one. We're going to move the clothing rack back to where it was. Move the 2 parallel books there. Push this TV table back. Put the paranormal books that way. And I'll lose space for the boxes, but they're mostly empty except for old bills and paperwork I have to keep. But the clothing rack is in the way and I can't put any clothes on it, so I'm going to have to do something with it. And I found 2 tables on Amazon. One can take this thing, get a Visa mount, have a shelf. It's really cool. You can put like a shelf on, a second shelf for the keyboard, a third shelf can be a Mac. It has wheels, can be rolled around the house. The other one has lights and a keyboard thing. Just got to come up with 200 for one, I think 150 for the other. I showed Kathy that. Has a light and has USB and CNA ports and charging plugs for devices. So both of them are wheeled. And I don't think this one has wheels. So, but I found this in the street, so I can't complain. It was free. All right, give me a moment to put this away. Oh boy. Oh. Now it's weird that when the sun goes down here, it gets very, very cold. And in the middle of the night when Mama Cat wants out, and then she wants back in, and then she wants out again, I have to keep the door open, and then by the end of the day, I'm freezing. Okay. I gotta get warm. We're gonna tear up the dead carpet remnants and get rid of those next week. But I need her help to get up because I'm on my knees. And it's very painful. Showed Kathy the new Superman trailer. She does not like the style of S in Superman's costume. And she doesn't like the way Crypto looks. He should have looked like he was in the comics all these years. Alright, let me go and let's see. That's in there. And there we go. Well, let me go back for a minute. I got in here. She had to go to the bathroom, then I had to go to the bathroom. The bathtub has very little dirt in it and no water. I cleaned it out. I've been cleaning it every day. And David Wilcock. No, I thought it was David Wilcox. No, I'm not sure who that is. I'm sure I could look it up later, but my knee is starting to say it didn't like me. My bad knee. So, now remember, I'm much of my time I'm stuck in the house because I can't walk. I've got a bad foot or bad knees, or my back is killing me, and I have no car. Or I'm out of money because I bought too much at Costco, or I've got too many bills to pay off. So, like, I've got to pay the coin dealer $30, $40 to PG&E. I paid the rent. Spent too much at Costco. Every once in a while, I spend too much at Costco. And then I got to call my creditors. I can't pay them the end of the month, and then make sure I pay them something every month so I can get caught up. Probably by about October. And then I'll have paid off the Capital One card, and I'm paying down I'm going to increase the target payment to $40 a month. I'm paying down one of the CITIBANk cards. If I can pay those three off, that frees up $120 a month. I'm paying Fingerhut. I'm paying the new account. I'm paying Swiss Colony. That's 6 accounts, but I got way too much credit accounts to pay off, and I should have never gotten that many. That's a huge mistake on my part, and I didn't listen to Kathy. But she said when she lived in Concord, she had 9 credit cards. She was doing the same thing. Sylvia Brown was a monumental fraud. And at the end of her life, her son and her were being investigated by a fraud by I believe, the San Mateo County District Attorney's Office. So, and one guy posted on the internet that he didn't get a psychic reading from her for $100. He got it from her son, and he had a damaged front wheel in his car, and the guy said, you have to get it repaired immediately. There's going to be dire portents for you. You're getting into a crash that could injure you for life. He said, I never got it fixed, and I drove that car around for 4 years. But she had also some kind of fraudulent complaint about her that they were investigating. They were going to charge her when she died with grand theft. So I have her books, and I have one book. She made a book, Predictions, and it's on my shelf, but because I can't figure out where my flashlight is, I can't reread it. But none of her predictions came right. They were all wrong. It's like watching Jim Cramer claiming that yesterday the market was going to tank and go down and lose 22 points. Well, it went up 750 points. So Jim Cramer has been wrong too many times in his life. So anything Sylvia Brown ever said, I take with a pound of salt. And she was eventually banned off of Coast to Coast AM, I think by Art Bell, because she claimed she knew where some girl was or something, and that was a lie. And then George Norrie banned her too. So she was not credible at the end of her life. Well, I'm not sure what Gnostic is. So, but they were going to indict her for felony grand theft. And I think they indicted her son. I'd have to look it up what they did, but I read that on the internet. So, or she's been gone about 10 years, I think. But I've got 5 or 6 or 7 of her books, and someone said, "Why do you have her books?" Because they're interesting to see what she says. But if you're putting out books just to sell books, and they're not the truth, and I'll be doing a series of books on the different types of extraterrestrials. So Yeah, it might have been the miners, might have been a little girl, or was that little girl thing might have been Ed Dames. He also said he knew where the plane crashed. This guy that died in the plane crash, and he had the wrong location. So both of them are kind of frauds in a way. I've never trusted Ed Dames. Except he did get one thing right, one prediction right. He predicted that frogs and toads would be mutating with 4 and 5 legs, and he got that right. But the one prediction I remember he predicted that there would be a. I just put new batteries in my one John Wayne clock. I wonder if they're all dying. This one says 5:30. That one looks right, but that one says 10 o'clock in the morning. It was really hard to put that back on the wall. So I'm going to have to take it down and put a new battery in. But Ed Dames made a prediction. I said, first of all, no terrorist in his right mind are going to attack Shea Stadium because the terrorist community would laugh them out of existence. He predicted on a specific date that Shea Stadium, with the Mets playing, would be attacked by terrorists. It didn't happen. He'd been wrong so many times. And last I knew, he married a Ukrainian woman who was living in the Ukraine. How'd that work out for you, Ed Dames? So, so let's take a moment and look up Sylvia Brown on Safari and see what it says in Wikipedia about her. If there's just still, there used to be a listing. I haven't looked her up in years. Let's see. How do you spell Sylvia? Not 2 L's, you fool. Okay, Sylvia Brown, American writer. And let's see. And I have a suspicion she died in 2013. She died later than I thought. American writer, self-proclaimed medium and psychic. I say I'm psychic too, but I don't always get it right. I just know something's wrong. And she was 77. So let's see. Okay, regulating Larry King, Montel Williams, had a radio show on Hay House Radio. Hay House, never heard of Hay House Radio. And she frequently made pronouncements later found to be false, including those to missing persons. In 1992, she pleaded no contest to securities fraud. Despite the negative publicity, she maintained a large following till her death. Let's see. Started working as a psychic in 1973, founded a Gnostic Christian church in Campbell, California, the Society of Nova Spiritus. She was head of the Sylvia Brown Corporation, Sylvia Brown Enterprise. In an interview, her business manager said she earned $3 million a year. She said she involved heaven and angels. She had a spirit guide named Francine to perceive a wide range of vibrational frequencies. She offered 40 books on paranormal topics. I don't have all 40. And let's see, had collaborations with Lindsay Harrison, Chris Dufresne, and other people. And she was on Coast to Coast AM. And she appeared Haunted Life's True Ghost Stories, portrayed herself, recreation events, took in a haunted Toys R Us store, which I believe was in Milpitas or down the peninsula. And she appeared as herself on The Young and the Restless. She made many predictions that were false. There's the one I want. Parents of Sean Hornbeck, who had disappeared earlier in the year, that he had been kidnapped. A dark-skinned Hispanic man with dreadlocks was now deceased. The kidnapper was Caucasian, short-haired. Hornbeck was found alive in 2007. The UK show was sanctioned. Network ITV2 for airing the original Montel Williams, where he predicted the original prediction. He told the mother of kidnapping, that's the one, Amanda Berry, who had disappeared, she's not alive. Berry is in the water. She had a vision of Berry's jacket in the garbage with DA on it. Mother died 2 years later, beginning her daughter had been killed. The girl had been found alive in 2013. Brown predicted she would die at 88. She died at 77. And Much of this stuff, according to this bill's content, was too vague to be verified. Of the remaining 14 law enforcement officials stated Brown or family member had played no useful role. The Skeptical will inquire detailed 3-year study examined her predictions and found that she had not even been mostly correct in a single case. She had statements. She got 115 cases with newspaper reports. And here's more things. A girl, 6-year-old Opal Jo Jennings, got forced into slavery. A man was convicted of kidnapping and murdering Jennings. Her remains found she had died within hours. Another one was Holly Cruson was working as an exotic dancer. She was killed. There it goes on and on and on. And then Sago mine disaster trapped several miners. Brown was a guest on the coast. 12 of the 13 miners have been found alive. And I knew they were going to be found. I don't think there's anybody alive. I don't think they're alive. I didn't believe they were alive. I did believe they were gone. And more stuff here. Criticism. James Randi. Fraud conviction. FBI in the 1980s. Superior Court of Santa Clara County found her husband had sold securities in a gold mining venture under false pretenses. There was charges that were pending, but I don't see them here, so I don't know. In 1992, 1980, they've been investigated. 1992, indicted for investment fraud and grand theft. Much like Gordon Michael Scallion was convicted of fraud and went to prison, and he's disappeared off the internet. So David Wilcock claims he's the incarnation of Edgar Casey. Okay, let's look up. Yes, Sunnyvale, you're right. I knew it was down the peninsula, but, my problem with COVID, it made me forget stuff because it screws with your long-term memory. All right, David Wilcock. Let's look up David Wilcock. I've heard the name, but it doesn't always register. Another author. All these guys write books. People want me to write a book. I can't remember half the stuff. Okay, a Russian psychic, Elizabeth Wilcock, 52 years old. Blah, 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 blah. Hall of Records, Pyramid Tunnels, Tesla Tunnel under the pyramids. Lots of books. Where? Wisdom Key, Ancient Aliens, Disclosure. He's been on Ancient Aliens. Okay, there's no Wikipedia thing for him, which is strange. Right, let's look up how much is this guy worth. $1.50. Let's see. He's worth, they won't tell you. Hold on. $1.5 million. Not much. You don't get rich being a psychic writer, I guess. Okay. I don't see anything about him here. Other than books, and he's been on television, he's been on Ancient Aliens, and he has a site, but so I know I've seen him. I've seen a picture somewhere, but I have no idea who the hell he is. So okay, I'm doing okay. I didn't have any blowing of my nose or anything at the UFO con, but the minute I got off the bus here, started blowing my nose started running on. Archangel Michael, Ascension is going to happen in 2025. Well, they always come up with some emissary meeting them, usually in the middle of nowhere, in their Yugo or something, and then you find out it's all BS. I am very skeptical of these claims where they meet Jesus, they meet an archangel. It's never a regular angel. It's always the biggie, Archangel or Gabriel, the other guy, So, but over there are the Sylvia Brown books, and the prediction book is totally wrong. I would rather read the books by God. I've got dozens of his books. I can't remember his name. He wrote a book with Art Bell. Um, but he does interesting psychic books and psychic predictions and things about angel cats and spirit horses and spirit dogs and spirit chickens. I'm being facetious on the last one. Brad Steiger. There we go. Takes me a minute to drag stuff out of my brain. So you guys have found stuff I haven't heard of. But then I have been looking up the psychic stuff. I'll be honest with you, in the last couple of days, I've been watching YouTube on this video, on this TV, and on my Blu-ray frame, I'm watching Scorpions. So, yeah, Art used to do those coast to coast and ghost to ghost and predictions. And one thing that we never did find out when Art died what the next year was going to be because he died. So I don't know whether Haid ever did that or not, went to the Art Bell Vault. But it's not the same with Nori doing them. So it's just not the same. And of course, every year Art would do those, and he would say ding, 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 or bonk. Ding, ding, ding for right, bonk for wrong. So, and, people would come up with all kinds of wild predictions, and then Art would say, don't make any predictions about political assassinations because the Secret Service will show up at my door. She broke my cup, damn it, and I'm all wet. Casually knocked my water and broke my peach cup of ice water. Valuable stuff, that. Yuck. I hate getting wet. So, every once in a while I used to go back, but the problem now with Art Bell, when I listen to old Art Bell shows, I fall asleep the same I did when he was alive. Art would put me to sleep. I miss Art. Miss the hell out of him. We corresponded in email a lot. I talked to him occasionally on the phone when he was on various live events. But I listened to Art for years. He used to stay up all night. Not going to sleep. There were times Art were doing 5 and 6 hour shows, and I'm fighting to stay awake, and so. I predict here now that someone will come up with predictions saying they met the Archangel Gabriel, they met Jesus, they met the Archangel Michael, they met St. Francis of Assisi, Joan of Arc, and they will tell them they had predictions. The world will end, we all ascend to heaven, the rapture will come, and then none of it will be true. So, yeah, he burned. There's a famous video with cartoons of him burning his mouth and being rushed to the hospital. It's very funny. It's on YouTube. So, I've eaten Totino's pizza rolls, and they get very hot. I don't eat them anymore, but I used to eat them when they were on sale. I'm trying to cut down the pizza, but I had pizza I went to the liquor store. I did not do a video on it, but I had pizza last night, so I really need to lay off pizza, but there's something about pizza that's addictive. I think it's got crack in it or something. So, excuse me. I woke up at 4 a.m. for Mama Cat, and Kitten came out and cried for food at 4 a.m. So I fed Kitten, I fed Mama Cat, and then I went back to sleep for a while. And then Kathy showed up at 11. So, God, his finger hurts. It's healing though. So, yeah, Tom Dana rushed him to the hospital because he burned his mouth on pizza rolls, which is not as good as the story of the night that Art Bell was using crazy glue to fix his ashtray and glued his mouth shut. And then the time that Art fell off his porch and had to be rushed to the hospital because he'd forgotten that they took the steps out. They were rebuilding his steps. Or the time that he started throwing rocks at the jackrabbits because they were eating Ramona Bell's lettuce. She managed somehow to build a garden in desert sand. I don't know how she did it, but and I got an email yesterday, which I read yesterday. A house for sale in Las Vegas. The house prices are down 9 to 15% in Vegas, and 385,000 for fairly nice looking one level house. I don't want one where if I ever got rich, I don't want where I have to go to get the stairs. And I've been finding Priuses cheap. So Kathy says she can probably, when she pays off her 2 credit cards, she can put away $500 a month. I could probably give her $100 by the end of the year. So I got to do too many bills. $600 a month. I found a Toyota Highlander hybrid for sale for, of all things, $3,500. It needs a new seat. That's the only thing wrong with it. But it's a 2006, but having a Highlander hybrid would be great. But she didn't want one. She didn't have the money for it. If I had the money, I would buy it now, because if we want to take a long trip, the problem with the Prius, particularly the cheap Priuses, the seats are not very comfortable because they don't put enough padding on them. If you get the 2012, they have leather seats. They're comfortable. They're cushiony. And when you ride a Prius for 40, 50, 100 miles, your back is killing you. You can feel your back when you get out of the car. You're still in the car an hour later, and you have to lie down because you're in pain. They're not. They do great gas mileage, but they're not exactly fun to ride around in. And then Kathy used to drive me to my orthopedic surgeon and other doctors in San Francisco. I would always fall asleep on the way home. So it's a cure for insomnia. I missed having a car. And in Pittsburgh, PA this morning, I checked the weather when I woke up. It was 33 degrees and snow flurries. So that's what's happening. Apologize for yawning. I'm sleepy. After this video, I'm going to lie down for an hour. Then I got to go feed Tiny One. And last night I wanted to do laundry, but someone was doing laundry at 7 o'clock, and then they were doing laundry at 8 o'clock, so my nose is itching. So I'm going to try to do laundry tonight. I really need to do laundry. I keep saying I'm going to do laundry and never get around to doing laundry because there's always someone in the laundry room. And I don't want to walk them out on the laundromat. I have to take it back on the bus. So, but it'll be cool to have, if I get the table for Kathy, it has wheels. It has a light. It has USB A and C charging ports. It has plugs for charging devices. It has a riser. You push in these buttons and it rises up like this and it comes down like that. Hey, look, it's levitating. And it has a keyboard tray. You can put your headphones on one hook. You can put your laptop bag on a hook, and a Visa mount for your television. And there's another one where it's a Visa mount for your iMac. And you get that, you don't have that on the wall, but it would take up, I have 2 milk crates and a board holding up the Westinghouse. And the board is adequate, but God help me if there's an earthquake. This one is tied to the table. The Sony leans forward. It's a 48-inch. That's a 43-inch. I was very upset that Verizon did not cover her area, because it would have been nice to give Kathy a brand new television, a Samsung 43 4K. So, you thought of self-driving Tesla instead of Prius. Well, I don't have self-driving $23,000 or more, and I don't want my car keyed or set fire to or blown up. I saw a used Tesla today for $23,000, and the problem with Tesla is, even Elon Musk has said this, the batteries start going down. They're 80%, 60%, and when you get to a certain point, you have to replace the battery. It costs $25,000 for Tesla battery. And I saw a Prius today, really cheap. I think it was like $500, and a guy said, it needs a new battery. I've upgraded. I don't need the car anymore. And I can go to anywhere in the Bay Area and get a used Tesla battery with a 12 month or 14-month warranty for $800 to $1,200. It's a far cry from 25 grand. And I don't know, Kathy is technophobic. I have to teach her how to use the Mac, even though she's used Macs before. And I have to just go set up her modem and put the password in, and then I have to this Mac, this Silicon M1 Mac Mini, which is not under warranty anymore, is on Sequoia. And she might be on, the guy that sold it to me via her, she paid for it, says it will go to Monterey. So I have to ask the dot which version is Monterey, or look up Mac Tracker to figure out which version, because I can never remember which version we're on and which ones came before, like Tiger, Snow Leopard, Lion. My Mac Mini in the bedroom, in the bag, or in a box somewhere. The OS disappeared. The Lion. I was playing Diablo 2 on it. Kathy's driving will be a little rusty. She's going to oh yeah, another weird thing. We're at the bus. We're getting ready to go to the eye doctor. And my phone rings. I go, hello? And I see eyesight. So eye doctor, I said my eye doctor. And I swipe the thing. Hello? Yeah. This my eye doctor? Yeah. Is this Anthony Senda? Yeah, that's my first name. I hate it. And we have to cancel your appointment today. Wait a minute, we're on the way to the doctor. That's ridiculous. I never heard of canceling a doctor's appointment by the doctor. It's time to get another doctor. I was doing Groucho Marx, and she didn't get my humor. So most ridiculous thing I ever heard. You better find another doctor and get a second opinion while you're at it. So he said, there's an emergency. Emergency. She had to cancel our appointments today. We got to get an appointment in May. So now we got to wait till May for the eye doctor. It took a month to get this appointment. So, give me time to find my glasses. They got to examine my eyes because this eye is damaged. When I fell in the street, I broke my nose. I broke the cataract lens, and it's all foggy on this side. So this one, I broke my iPad on. Broke I can't see. The support of your best sewercast, the ones you host. I didn't host any sewercast videos. I was on them. I never host them, so don't say, yeah, I just typed those new rules this morning. I found that in the community or the settings, and there's a new experiment for rules, so I posted the rules. So, and remember, that is not my host on SewerGab. That was the evil MV, the owner of BellGab. So I couldn't put more. It wouldn't let me create another rule. No men nights, no Amish, no Wii bowling, no hockey. Wouldn't let me do that. So Larry Holmes, amazing. Is he still alive? You'd have to say Larry Holmes, the boxer. I don't know if he's still alive or not. Leon Spinks, Larry Holmes, Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, Joe Frazier, Smokin' Joe. Used to watch all those fights back in the day. Well, that's probably, there's too much meat clogging the internet. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Hey, get this hamburger out of here. It's still raw. It's not been cooked yet. It's still in the grinder. It's blocking the, No, wait a minute. I'll eat when I'm hungry. I just had a bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich and french fries. So I'm not hungry. But they cooked the life out of it. It was like, I don't know how to put this. It was like having a bookmark that was very dry. And normally I want vibrant bacon. It's not crunchy. It's like, wiggly. And George Foreman died recently? I had no idea. Holy cow. I loved his grills. I liked his entrepreneurial spirit. I liked he was pro-American. He may have been pro-Trump, probably. Mitch Blood Green, my favorite heavyweight fighter. I never heard of him. Another guy I never heard of. Yeah, I like lettuce and tomato. I don't like cooked to death bacon though. And by the way, I asked how much was what the hell was it? A cheeseburger, just a plain cheeseburger with no fries. They said $12. I went, eek. I can go to Smart and Final. I get 4% beef, 4% fat hamburgers for $15. Go get the buns for $2. Go get the ketchup, mustard, and relish Heinz, of course, for $6. Go and get my George Foreman grill out, my submersible grill. Da-dum, dum, da-dum, da-dum, dum, da-dum, dum, da-dum, dum. And Make 2 hamburgers on it, and I've spent maybe $5 for 2 hamburgers. Cheaper than buying them at the store. But we had a coupon, buy one. Weather is 70 degrees and warm. Mitch Green fought Mike Tyson in the ring and they had a street fight. Oh, that's interesting. Now, who did I see? Was it Mike Tyson I saw recently? It was some black fighter. I can't remember. I saw it on something. And he had a, or was, no, wait a minute. Was that George Frazier? They came back and the young guy beat the hell out of him. He was 57. The other guy was 24 or something. Smashburger. I'm not sure what a smashburger is, unless it's something where Kathy sits on it in the Prius or somebody drives over it. I don't know. It's 70 degrees here and comfortable. Tomorrow will be 80. When it starts getting over 80, it's like death in here. And I have too much to, I have to clean up. And Kathy knocked over my water to get my shoe all wet. I gotta throw this stuff out where I put my Kleenex in. My fan is broken. I stepped on the base, and I'm keeping it just in case it gets super hot in here. I gotta buy another fan next month. And I go, I'm gonna move this table the hell out of here. Move the filing cabinet thing somewhere in the hallway of the bedroom, so there's space there, so I can go in the corner there and try to get Mama Cat, so I can give her some love. I miss having a baby to hold. I miss Mama Cat on the bed. She used to sleep with Fuzzy. She would sleep about a foot from Fuzzy and go to sleep, but she would open up one eye and look around, make sure the door wasn't closed. Now she has stayed in here now for 4, 5, 6 hours. The minute I went to UFOCon with her in here, and the minute I opened the door, zoom down the stairs. So, but she's getting used to that. She's becoming a baby, but she's still afraid if I pet her. I think Fluffy dying freaked her. I got to buy this diffuser next month, one for this room, one for the bedroom, so they both calm down a little more. I don't know if they work or not. I bought Fellaway years ago when I got extra cats. They did not calm down. So they had cats that didn't like the new cats that came in. And I've had 30 cats or more. This thing I put Neosporin and peroxide on, it's healing, but it's still kind of sticky. No. Kathy and I don't fight. 98% of the time we don't fight. Now today she was complaining, and I want to go home. I know you got to come home. I can't carry the bag. It's too heavy. I didn't bring my stroller. She wasn't happy about that, but we weren't fighting. We don't fight a lot. Although she keeps bringing up weird stuff from the past or weird things from comics or something. I said, where the hell did that come from? And why would you bring that up? Today she brought up Gorilla Grodd from The Flash likes white human women. A gorilla likes white women. Why? I said, I read all the Flash comics when I was a kid, and not once did I think a Gorilla Grodd and his penchant for, back then was probably bosomy white women. A gorilla wants to fondle white women or have sex with them or anything. You're so weird, Kathy. Why would you come up with that stuff? So she did give me one thing. She got no. I'm millions of miles from Sacramento. I lived there, Sacramento, Roseville, for 10 years. It was very hot up there, and lots of lightning storms and thunder and lightning, and occasional snow in the foothills, and snowing up around Rockland. I lived in Roseville and Sacramento near Auburn Boulevard and Marconi Avenue. So I lived on Edison Avenue for years. Sacramento, let's see, you go to Fairfield, that's 20 miles or 25, where I saw the crop circle on a farm. I didn't have an iPad then, I would have filmed it. I didn't have a YouTube channel then either. And then you go to Fairfield, then Vacaville, then you go up to Davis, which is 20 miles south. You take the causeway, and then you're in Sacramento. You're looking at 60, 80 miles. But Kathy and I have been together 47 years. And she almost knocked my water over when we were sitting on the bench waiting for the bus. And someone's going up and down the stairs. Yeah, there were crop circles. It was all in the news. This guy at a farm. There's small plots, false farming plots up in Fairfield. which is on Highway 80 going to Sacramento or going around to the East Bay. And he said he went out to the fields one day and there were always crop, and he eventually plowed them over. But he had thousands of people visiting, taking pictures of crop circles. So I saw actually real live crop circles. And it was not Doug and Dave with a board in England. Oh, we made these crop circles by dragging this board around, only made crop circles. Nope, wasn't them guys. So, but they've talked about crop circles for years on Coast and Little Mountain Hound, Art Bell and George Norrie and guests. So I actually got to say live in the flesh, in the field, freshly didn't see no aliens. This was broad daylight when we went up there. But I said, Kathy, you're going to stop. This farmer has crop circles. And the doctor said, you better get a cream for that. So that could cause a rash. So, but he had to turn people away. They were blocking the streets. They're blocking the freeway. They're parking on his shoulders. Thousands of people. TVU had a video, a live video on it. I don't know. They make geometric circles and symbols, and nobody can interpret them. So I think it's like, what do you call those things? They're not dittos. They begin with a D, but I can't remember what they're called. People start drawing on notepads and on post-it notes and little cartoons and things. I think that's the alien equivalent of that. I don't know. These things were awfully big, and they were not just one of them. There were multiple crop circles around. It happened overnight. Doodles. That's it. Doodles. The alien doodles. Not snickerdoodles. Not cults. There was no evidence. I think he said there was no footprints. There was no evidence of anybody walking through the fields. They just suddenly were there. When he went to bed, they weren't there. In the morning, he woke up, there they were. So maybe them Blue Oyster guys from that band, Blue Oyster Cult. Nobody ever says they are cult. You ever notice that? So anyway, that's been fun, but I'm getting sleepy. So I'm going to let you guys go. I'm sorry about that. I'll be on live tomorrow. I'm doing a video at Kathy's. No, he wasn't there. He wasn't there. He may have been, there was a competing UFO conference in Los Angeles at the airport. I will be probably going to that one next year, but I told Kathy I'm not going down broke. I'm not going down without a hotel room because my back was killing me. I had to sit all night because the shuttle driver went on break. I couldn't go home Saturday night, so I go down again, and it's $100. I did a figure on the hotel room. My friend Top Cat Tim said, "Oh, $129 a night is cheap." Yeah, but you add the tax to $140. You stay Friday night, Saturday night, go home Sunday. You're paying $280. That's almost what I pay for the rent. So yeah, Kathy's Corner. But tomorrow I will unbox the modem. We will set up the iMac. She'll be back on the internet, I hope, if everything goes right. Then I'm going home. So. Well, he's got a new host on the weekend. And George Norrie's speech pattern sounds like he's either got a lisp now or he had a stroke. He sounds and he doesn't have the force of, hello, this is George Norrie, Coast to Coast AM, from deep in the San Fernando Valley or something like that. Whatever the hell he says, I don't know. On the coast, or I forget. It's been a while since I listened to Norrie, but he doesn't sound right. His voice sounds off. Not a criticism, so yeah, I don't do many of them. We're going to go see Superman on July 11th. Oh, one other thing. It's hilarious. Now, I've never, except for clips, Pisveri in Australia, who repairs Macs and repairs Australian cars and other folk, he plays Fortnite. Now, I've never played Fortnite. And, Fortnite opened. It made something, Benny Johnson did a video, very funny, where they put Snow White in Fortnite in a prison cell, and she's battling away, and they just lock her up. And there's a big fat guy, he looks like Bluto. He's got a sledgehammer. but it's a Fortnite sledgehammer, and the people were cheering for the movie. One parent took his child to the movie, and he had this look like he was staring at the screen the whole time. He loved it. They made 150 or 180 million dollars. Snow White, the politically correct, woke, DEI Snow White, with the artificial AI dwarves, made $1 million. So Fortnite's going bop-ho at the box office. So I don't listen every night. I have iHeartRadio. I listen occasionally, but I forget to listen to George, and then he has guests that go, when they see something outrageous or really, really stupid, like the woman that came on about a year ago and said she has like 48 guardian angels guarding her. That's no wonder I'm having so many problems. You're hogging all the guardian angels, you bitch. That's why I keep falling and hurting myself and getting sick and having break my nose and break my knees and re-hurt my knees and have weird things appearing in my toes because guardian angels are being hogged by this woman. So it's Fortnite, Fortnite. It's a game. It's weird. It's a cartoon game. You get these cartoon figures and cartoon cows, and you bonk the cows, and you do other stuff. And I have no idea what the hell you're doing there. I've only seen clips of the thing, but it's very popular. Show cats, yes. So, Albert Rumpelstiltskin, no doubt, or Rumpole the Bailey. Welcome, people. But it's very funny. It made 150 or 180 million in one weekend, and people are cheering it. They're, yay, we love this movie. And, oh yeah, critics said worst movie of 2025, but on Rotten Tomatoes, 80 Rotten Tomatoes, not in Tomatoes, Rotten Tomatoes, 84% approval rating. So people love Fortnite, but I've never played it. I wouldn't know how. Wouldn't know what to do. And one thing about Fortnite, they have older versions that work on older Macs. Because Bavaria and other people play older versions. They love Fortnite. Must be something about it. You build your own garden, you build your own house, and someone tries to tear it down or attack it, and you have to defend yourself, and I don't know what else they do. I knew there was something about cows, bonking cows over the head with a sledgehammer or something. New Naked Gun movie. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen anything on the Naked. I watched all the old Naked Gun movies, and I watched Naked Gun when that was a TV series starring Abraham Lincoln. And where they would do stuff like, and guest star, oh my God, come on, George, your memory is failing as usual. What the hell? Oh, Lauren Green, there we go, I had to think. I'm the scene from Battlestar Galactica. Lauren Green, car turns the corner with squealing tires. The door opens up. They push his body out the door. He's been shot like 18 times. Special guest star, Lauren Green. Abraham Lincoln. He's at Ford's Theater. He starts shooting back at John Wilkes Booth. It's very, with this huge gun. It's like this long. It's very funny. Well, sorry. I put up rules because I've dealt with trolls for years and people are disrespectful. So, it's time for you to say goodbye. Bye-bye. And you don't demand of the host anything. You mean, well, he's gone. He's history. He's toast. So, that rule says be respectful of the host and be nice to the other people in chat. If you can't do that, well, you're going to be kicked. And he just got kicked. You don't tell the host what to do. He is toast. He makes one nasty comment. Bye-bye. I've been doing this for over 14 years. I'm not putting up with it anymore. I put those rules up because YouTube is an experiment. Rules in chat. Be nice to the host. Do not tell the host what to do. Be nice to the other chatters. How hard is that to follow? What kind of man tells people, there's Mama Cat under the table? So if you can't do that, I don't want you in chat. Get the hell out of my chat. Don't even watch my videos. And half these people don't have a channel. They create a YouTube channel because YouTube requires it, but they don't have any content. I don't know. I haven't looked at the Pirates. I haven't looked at anything with except I watched Trump with the hated Dodgers. the whole Dodgers team, all 978 players, and he was honoring them for winning the World Series. But he says, I'm still a Yankees fan, so. But he got a lot of laughs. It was very funny. I've been too busy. I've been just running like a chicken, my head cut off. Going to Kathy's, going to Walnut Creek, going here, going there, going to her house, going to get computers and sandwiches. I was going to drag home my folding cart, which is too short, and I'm in agony when I get home, and then I drag it to her house and drag the MacBook, take the MacBook and me down to UFO Con, go to the store, go here, go there, pay bills, go to Costco, go to Safeway, go to Walmart, go to Target. I'm like, can't look at baseball. All right, let's find out. Computer. I know the Pirates lost their opening day against Miami, so already they're 0-1. Computer, where are the Pittsburgh Pirates?
I don't have an answer for that.
Computer, where are the Pittsburgh Pirates standing right now? Probably out in the field.
From Sportskeeda.com, Pittsburgh Pirates are currently ranked bottom in the NL Central Division.
No, not again. Oh my God. It's not even April 15th tax day. They're already in the toilet. They're in the bottom of in the division. Years and years of failure. Pity a fool who's a Pirates fan. I've been a Pirates fan all my life. I'm a masochist. I hate. Oh my God. You had to ask, didn't you? Where am I going to advertise? I got over 6,000 videos. Where would you have it advertised? I don't have any money for advertising. Hey, you want to watch me? I tell people who I am, and the guy was selling abduction whiskey. He looked at my channel, he subscribed. Word of mouth. I live another 150 years, I'll have 3 million people watching me, but not make any money on YouTube. Because the trolls have sabotaged my efforts with Coast to Coast AM, with getting paid subscribers, with don't donate to George Senda, don't become a channel member, don't watch his videos. They've been doing that for years. And they're evil. Now, we can have a steel cage death match here between Meatwad and Glory Beef. I think it's Meatwad. Let me see. Now I can clearly see this, but I don't know. I can't find my little flashlight. Yeah, Meatwad. We're gonna have a steel cage death match in chat, and people can bet on it, and I get 10%. I get 10% of the cut as brokering the bet. So I'm just teasing, Glory Beef. Welcome. All right, with that, I'm going to go. Now you've thoroughly depressed me now. Larry Holmes. Go back to the ring and eat a sponge. Oh, God. Tell us about the damn Pirates. God, you're in last place. Oh, it's too damn early for that crap. Now I'm going to have to look up. There's no baseball magazine except in my Safeway, if they still have any, where they predict the season for the year. So, by the way, on the 28th is my birthday, and unfortunately, everybody has the hotel had pre-recorded music, so I couldn't monetize my videos. Safeway, every place I go, Nations, pre-recorded music, pre-recorded music, pre-recorded music. You can't monetize it. Then they want you to, they steal your monetization, and some guy in East Nowhere, Virgin Islands, gets a cut out of the music for everybody who watches it. It's very irritating with YouTube's stupid rules. But Kathy will be taking me to Taco Tuesday on my birthday, and then the next day, if I have my check, I'll be taking her to Nordstrom for salad. So I'll do a video outside. They have a speaker outside. I can't even do a video outside. They play the music outside too. It's like Guantanamo with tacos. Taco musical torture as you eat the tacos outside. Except most nights here in Martinez, once the sun comes down, it's usually ice cold. It's very nice out there, though. All right, I got to go. I'm gonna lie down for about 45 minutes and go pee tiny with them. I'm going to bed. Have a good night, and I'm gonna do laundry at some point. But I have to go to Walnut Creek and get the money out of the bank to pay Capital One. Capital One, CITIBANk. Go to Kathy, set up her modem. Go to Walmart, get her cleaning supplies and some for me. And then I help next week go clean her apartment. Then the following week she'll come and clean my apartment. Going to her house, going to my house from 30 miles round trip on an all-day bus ride takes like 2 to 4 hours to get there back and forth. We're exhausted. All right, that's it for this one. Don't take any wooden tacos, and as always, watch the skies and watch out for fake psychics. So, I will see you next time, and thank you for coming in. It's been lots of fun. I'm so tired from the weekend because I sat in that hotel chair and it squeezed my hips and my back was killing me. So this is another reason why I need to lie down. I am physically like bleh. And I can't find my damn generic Motrin. I don't know where it went. Everything on this table over it. Another way I'm going to move the table and get it out of here. Everything falls to the floor, and I have to crawl on the floor on my knees, and then I start screaming because it's very painful to crawl on 2 fractured kneecaps. I will see you later. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for watching. It's been fun. And I will be on tomorrow when I get back from Kathy's, and I'll do the video of, hey, that's interesting. I clicked on this, and the chat moved to the left of the screen. I wonder how the hell that happened. Well, that was weird. All right. Now I got to go back to OBS. I'm burping. The BLT is attacking me. That's it. See you later. I need a haircut next month, too. At the end of the month, got to go. I don't know what they charge for hair. There used to be a barber here. They charged $18, and the one with nice old-style barber chairs wants $35 for a haircut. I go, are you kidding? I've bought cars for that almost. See you later. Bye-bye. Have a good night. Thanks for coming in.